Well, hello and welcome to Understand Men Now. I'm your host, Jonathon Aslay of jonathonaslay.com, and I'm so excited to be shooting this short video for you today. Our topic, when a man ignores you, this is what he's thinking. Real quick before we get started, please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already done so. Click the button and click the bell so you can get notified of new videos. All right, let's just jump right in. When a man ignores you, this is what he's thinking. He's thinking nothing. All right, actually, that's kind of unfair. I think when anybody ignores someone in relationship, that's incredibly rude. I mean, there's nothing ruder than to ignore someone you're invested time in a relationship. So let's differentiate first. Is this the first couple date period of a relationship, or a relationship that's just beginning to take off and there's already been intimacy? Certainly in the beginning of the relationship, when someone ignores you, a lot of times there's a significant amount of uncertainty going on. They might like you, but they're uncertain about you. And this is really tricky because this happens most of the time. We men and women might like things about another person, but there might be some uncertainty going on. And I'm going to explain that uncertainty in a few minutes. But that's one of the reasons why people ignore or ghost. And they're probably not even consciously thinking about how you would feel being ignored. They're more caught up in their own head at this moment. That's what they're thinking. And they're really afraid of dealing with emotional responsibility. That's one of the main things that's going on, is that if we're responsible for another person's emotions, we're ignoring them because we're not capable of communicating our own thoughts and feelings in a way for the other person to see, hear, and understand us. So it's not like they're consciously thinking of anything, but on a subconscious level, that's what's going on. Now, for those seasoned relationships where a person begins to ignore their partner, what's really going on is something a lot deeper, and that's what I want to address today. So most everybody is suffering on some level of emotional trauma, where dating actually triggers the #1 emotional health issue, and that's I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy enough, I'm not lovable, I'm not likable. And whether it's someone who seems incredibly confident on the outside, because we all covet that strong, confident alpha male type, in many cases, no matter how they look on the outside, they are suffering on the inside if they haven't done the inner work to heal their childhood wounds or adult traumas. It's one of the reasons why I highly recommend getting the book Getting the Love You Want by Harville Hendrix. Getting the Love You Want by Harville Hendrix. Hopefully, oh, there you go. You can see that. Highly recommend getting this book so you can understand that in many cases we're choosing relationships based on childhood patterning and choosing partners that are much like one of our parents in many cases. So this isn't conscious, this is the subconscious going on. So you might be thinking, well, what do I do about this, Jonathon? Well, I think it's really important to learn for yourself the right partner for you. You have to invest in getting to know who's the right partner for you. And there is an author, Barbara DeAngelis, that wrote a fantastic book called Are You the Right One for Me? Knowing Who's Right and Avoiding Mr. Wrong. Highly recommend getting this book. It is loaded with so much information to help you decipher who's really the right partner for you. Because those people that are ignoring someone, as I said, that's fucking rude. And that's unacceptable in my book if someone intentionally ignores me. Now, I want to differentiate because I might feel ignored, but that might be my own stuff coming up. So let's differentiate between our own projection of someone ignoring us or someone who's actually ignoring us, which is tantamount to ghosting. Most of the time when people are ignoring us is because they're unable to communicate their feelings in such a way to be seen and heard and understood by you. And that's mostly because they have either weak communication skills or they're suffering from adult traumas or childhood wounds that they haven't at least invested even a modicum of time healing. God, I'm a little tongue-tied here. It's one of the reasons why, where's my book? I recommend you getting my book, What the Heck is Self-Love Anyway? What the Heck is Self-Love Anyway? because that's all designed to become whole and complete within ourselves, or at least it's a taste to do that. And for those watching, I'm a big proponent of personal development work, self-help, and spiritual work as a way to become whole, or at least to heal on oneself. Personal development, self-help, and spiritual work on a daily basis. It's like an antidote to emotional chaos. It's a vaccination to emotional chaos when you begin to do the work for yourself. And I recommend these books because the more you understand the process of choosing a mate, the better chances you have for attracting a mate who's aligned to who you are and what you really want. Let me repeat that. When you understand what you're truly looking for on a heart-centered basis, you're in a position to attract more of what you want. And that's my invitation for you today. Okay? So definitely check out the book, Getting the Love You Want, Barbara DeAngelis, and then my book, What the Heck is Self-Love Anyway? I'd like to hear your thoughts on this video. Please post a comment below if this resonated with you. If you think it's rubbish, if you think I'm full of shit, I want to hear about it. And if you'd like to ask me a question and you'd like to have a video just like this shot for you, then check out my group Midlife Love Mastery, Midlife Love Mastery, Midlife Love Mastery. Right there is the link, and you can learn more about how you can have direct access to me on a regular basis for a small amount of money. Okay, we're going to wrap up this video as I always do, giving you a big, gigantic Jonathan Bear hug if I have your consent. Thank you. Wishing you a wonderful day. Thanks so much. Bye-bye now.